Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don, your traffic jockey here in the driver's seat for the Wednesday morning ride. And, friends, just looking at some of the incidents around the area, it's quite busy for a Wednesday. Certainly, I was hoping things would, kind of ease out just a bit getting into the 4th of July holiday weekend, but that is not the case. A couple of programming notes. Yes, I don't even recognize myself without the beard. Let me know whether thumbs up with the beard, without the beard. Please post the comments in the comment section. And with that said, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we're also on Twitter again this morning. I hope the platform that I use. I hope that the platform that I use to stream, hopefully sooner than later. I'd love to get the Twitter comments because I think that is important, at least for me. That's where I have a lot of my following. So hopefully we'll be able to get that worked out in the near future. But again, let me know whether you like the beard, if I should go back to it or just stay the clean shaven look. I think I'm going to stick with this for a little while, but let's just see what the comments say. We also have Jon Rocco in the Weather Center, and you just heard that bing, if you heard it. That's Johnny connecting to me in the Weather Center. So let me just acknowledge that here. If you give me one moment, let me just make sure I get him in on the show. Give me one moment here. I just got to add him to the show. We will do this. Whoops. Click this. Okay, so there we go. All right. So we are off and running now at 7:05. It's 62 degrees and clear here in central New Jersey. So it's off to a nice crisp start for the morning once again. A little lower humidity than maybe yesterday. So things are, if central Jersey is at 62, I wonder what Monticello is. It's got to be in the low 50s, I would think, just because they're at elevation. So with that said, let me set up the screen sharing for us, and we will get down to business here this morning. I think I like it full screen a little bit better for us there. Let me take out the banner, and we are proudly sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the best place to get ice cream in the tri-state area. Some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found, located in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. All right, so let's take a look at the maps. And again, the city is fairly busy, though we do have a couple of, incidents here this morning as we head out onto the Turnpike. It's been a couple of issues there at interchange 13 or so. So let's go to the incident page here this morning. And wow, now Jersey is really jumping off the maps. There we go. All right, so let's see what the situation is. All right, so we got a crash on 295 north, south of Route 73, Mount Laurel. Both shoulders are closed. 42, there's a crash here north at Landing Road in Deptford. This is a big one here, unfortunately. Pedestrian accident on Route 22 west at Kramer Avenue and Greenbrook. All lanes are closed there. Overturned tractor trailer on the Turnpike westbound entrance ramp to the Goethals Bridge at 13. Okay. The ramp, that's where that is. There is another issue on the two left lanes are blocked on the Turnpike southbound north of the Delaware Memorial Bridge, and then Route 30 is shut both ways at Old George Road, North Brunswick. Wow. That is a lot to digest here. Let me open up the comments. And yes, comment section is open here this morning. So we are in good shape there. Again, we are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. And we are also going to be on Twitter here this morning. So again, if you're so inclined here this morning to join us, we really welcome you to have you join the party here. If I feel sound a little distracted, I'm just trying to delete some of these extra overlays that I have, and it just takes forever to do that. But Apologize that I'm doing that in the show, but there we go. That cleans it up just a little bit for us. Okay, so comment section is open now. All right, so first, let's go to this Route 22 situation. I know that there is a camera in this location, I think. Let's see. There is by Sebring. Oh, okay, there it is. There. Is that it? What direction are they saying? Eastbound or west is shut? They're saying west is shut. What is this here? Um, that's looking east. I think that's a separate. No, that's going east. That's the Sunset Diner right there. So that's on the. That is on the eastbound side. Where'd the tractor trailer come from? That wasn't there just a second ago, was it? Maybe he's just coming out of the diner? Huh. All right, so we have another issue. Looks like on 22 going east. I mean, is my mind playing tricks on me or what? Because I don't believe I just saw that tractor trailer. I literally went for a glass of water and was there all the time. I don't know, but that's definitely on the eastbound side. But it's the westbound side that is what they are saying is shut into Kramer, just west of Washington Avenue, with this accident investigation. Okay, we're gonna come back to that here. I just want to see if they update anything else going on. All right, let's bring up the turnpike cameras, shall we? Let's move this over here. So that area in question on Route 22, right out here. Road. Sometimes they put these cameras at these cross streets, and yeah, there's an accident here by the Sunset Diner. I was right. Yet again, I digress. So Kramer Avenue is right here. So, I mean, maybe that's why this is busy here because it's shut here, up by the Greenbrook Pancake House. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll get back to that. I'm a little perplexed as far as where or what that is. It's definitely something going on out by the Sunset Diner east on 22 in Greenbrook. There's no question in my mind that that is the case. First, let's check out this Delaware Memorial Bridge crash, and I see state trooper vehicles there. Oof. Bah. Oh, that isn't good. Hope everybody's okay in this crash. Wow. Ooh, that's a big one. Looks like maybe the tractor trailer was going to the right lane, and the truck just didn't see him. Blind spot avoidance. Wow, that's a big wreck right there. That's shut. That's going south here. That's this this here. Just before the bridge, there's nothing getting by. There's no two left lanes. I mean, there is kind of, but they're not letting anybody through. Here's the ambulance. So hopefully, all parties involved are fine. But that's a big hit right there. That's a big situation. Okay. So we'll come back to that. We want to go to the no, we're going to stay with the turnpike. That's right. We're going to go to 13 now. Let's see. There's a couple here at 13. see anything. I must have been right on this ramp because that's why that camera is normally looking at the toll plaza, but they moved that camera, and this is over by 13. So if I had to take a guess that this issue on the Goethals Bridge here, yeah, all lanes are open. Okay, so that's gone. I imagine this is going to get updated. These two situations here are going to, and this one is going to get updated as well. Let's go to 130. I don't think there's any cameras in this location, but we'll take a look. Furthest back is at Independence Boulevard on 130. No, nothing. It's really closer to Adams Lane is where we're talking here. So that's the 22 issue. 130 is down in here. In here. Let's just see. We're closer to Adams Lane. Right in here. So that's where that is shut both ways there with some sort of INV investigation. Let's see. Comments. My buddy meteorologist Justin Godnick. Morning, Don. Ton of traffic last night. Are folks getting a head start on the holiday weekend? Justin, that's a good question. I was busy last night, so I didn't get a chance to really get a look at that traffic just to see what the pattern was setting up. But it's certainly possible, that some of our friends are, heading down the shore yesterday, today, for the afternoon, going to set up for a nice long holiday weekend. So I would say, yeah, I would say absolutely. That is something that we are probably going to see the next couple of evenings now. Let's just see here. Was like a summer weekend on a normal commute home. Yeah. That's what that's what you bring, buddy, with the good weather. Yesterday, today, just stunning days. John's going to have the forecast. We're going to connect with him live here in just a minute. Just spectacular weather. I mean, 62 degrees and clear here in central Jersey, and I'm sure down the shore by you, it's probably in the upper 50s at this point. So, it's just spectacular weather, getting all the way out into the weekend. So, yeah, I would say that is the case. On the way down for the afternoon. You also may get some day trippers too, that may get into, the picture as far as your traffic is concerned in the afternoon. Probably those folks that are maybe an hour or less away from the shore. So you're probably talking like traffic, like somewhere in, Essex, Somerset County, Union County, Hudson County, or whatever, maybe making their way to Point Pleasant, or maybe a little bit further down the line. Down to Seaside, probably a little longer than an hour, depending on where you're coming from in Essex County. But yeah, I would say that's the case there, Justin. Good morning to you, buddy. All right. So with all of that said, I want to stick to the timing here now. John is waiting in the weather center. Bring in Johnny's feed. Johnny, you there? Yep. Okay. So, all right. So let's send it over to Jon Rocco, our meteorologist in training. Let me switch on over his banner. I'm sure Justin will like to see his buddy here, Johnny Rocco, on the air. So without further ado, let's send it over to John in the Weather Center. Good morning, pal.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. On this beautiful midweek already, we're coming up on the holiday weekend. We have a few clouds to start out the day again today across the region, but that will start to clear up as we go throughout the morning and near the afternoon hours. I'll talk about that in just a minute. For now, your commute temperature starting out here in the low and middle 60s here across New Jersey, close to 70 in Newark, and down the coast there at Lakewood, Atlantic City, Cape May, all nearing 70 degrees by the time we get to 8 o'clock this morning. As we look at the five boroughs in New York City, again, starting off in the mid 60s, 66 in Great Kills and Hell's Kitchen, 66, and Flushing and Morris Park as well, 67 over toward Flatbush, and all those areas will also be going to about 69, 70 degrees by about 8 o'clock this morning. out on Long Island, 66 in Islip, 64 over toward Farmingville and Shirley, as well as Port Jefferson, Westbury, starting off around 66. And we'll see those temperatures get to about 68 for most areas, closer to 70 by the Westbury area by 8 o'clock. And in the Hudson River Valley, again, low to middle 60s, 61 over in Middletown, 64 in Yonkers, 62 over toward the Patterson area, getting to about 66 by 8 o'clock. Same for Middletown and Poughkeepsie, 67 for Monroe by 8 o'clock, 68 over toward the Yonkers area. And over in Western Connecticut, we're starting out around 60 in the Torrington area, 62 in Waterbury and Hartford, 65 over toward Bridgeport and Norwalk, 62 in Danbury, and then we'll get to about 67 there by 8 o'clock, 68 in Westbury by 8, as well as Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport, and Norwalk. So all areas basically getting into the upper 60s as the morning wears on. And this afternoon, we're looking at highs getting into the low and middle 80s for inland areas there in New York City and New Jersey. Along the coast will be in the mid and upper 70s for your high temperatures today, under a mostly sunny to a partly cloudy sky. And as we take a look at those threats over the next few days, it gets much hotter as we go into Friday and the weekend. The holiday weekend, unfortunately, looks a little bit unsettled, especially on Saturday. But I'll talk more about that with your 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. For now, let's get that check of that traffic again with Don Smith.
Thank you, John. And John will be back here in less than 30 minutes with another check of your forecast and the exclusive 7-day weather forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. Just wanted to show you from our good friends over at NOAA, the National Weather Service. Look at that Monticello temperature. Is that beautiful or what? 54 degrees. Spectacular right there. That is a good one. You know what? Let's just, while we're doing this, let's just check out at the end, home of the G-Man, Montauk. 66, little, that to me, it seems like that's, again, we're about almost 45 minutes old from that temperature, but 66, wow, that seems like it's a little warm for, well, we'll go with it. Again, here, temps down the shore, lower to mid 60s or so. Millville coming in at 61 and 62 in Mount Holly. So, so off to a really pleasant start. Unfortunately, with the roads, we're not off to a pleasant start here this morning on the turnpike that's going south now. So this is south just before the Delaware Memorial Bridge. You can see that they've reopened the right shoulder. So this, I have a feeling, is going to be out there for some time. That looks like a fairly extensive cleanup now. Whether the two trucks are connected somewhere, to me, it looks like truck A was looking to go into the right lane. Again, just the way the wheels are kind of turned here, I have no idea. It may have just been the impact of the crash, but and this truck was in the right lane and maybe didn't see it. I wonder if these tractor trailers have blind spot avoidance. I would think so. Like your cars have, buying the Cadillac, the seat vibrates if you're in the something's in the blind spot zone, which I think is a great feature. Just even seeing lights and stuff like that. Sometimes you just don't pay it. Sometimes you just don't see it, or you just whatever. But when the seat vibrates, and that's a great feature. So we are seeing just some minor delays there. It's not very heavy because there is traffic, but it's not like a huge hotbed of traffic there. This 22 situation is still shut down. They just updated it. Remember, we said it was going west. This is now going eastbound. This is before Kramer Avenue. This is that situation out by the Sunset Diner that we saw here this morning, involving this tractor trailer as well, and a pedestrian. Oh gosh, you don't even want to think about what's going on there, unless this is a separate issue, and I just don't think that it is. I think it's one and the same issue, but why they say it's closed when they clearly have the camera there and the left lane is clearly open. So I'm a little perplexed as far as, because if you read the incident the way it reads, pedestrian accident on 22 eastbound Kramer Avenue, all lanes closed. Here's Kramer. It's right in here somewhere. Let's see. There's Kramer, and that's it here. The cameras look at the Sunset Diner is right in here, so it's right in here. But then they still have the westbound side shut. That doesn't make any sense. So, my friends over at DOT, if you're watching, please update that because that is incorrect, my friends. Meteorologist John, yeah, applause for let's do it. There's the applause for Johnny. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very nice. Very nice. And John, that's coming from one of the best, Justin. So absolutely, that's some pretty high praise there, Johnny. So thank you so much for doing these reports. Really, really great stuff. All right, so I'm out of New Jersey for a second because we're already 24 minutes in, and again, we were looking at one point at literally 3 closures all at the same time. So that's a big deal. We're going to come off of this crash here on the turnpike because it's just eating a lot of computing power because there is something going on in Connecticut we've got to attend to as well. Looks like there's a crash, or there was a crash north on 95, between 13 and 16. Looked like it was closer to just right around Route 7 or so. Right in here, and that's why this is starting to thin out through Darien. But south we're fairly I know it's Long Island Sound. Thank you. Come on, there we go. South here on 95 south of Bridgeport here this morning into Fairfield is a little bit heavy from 27 down to 22. Mara Parkway, a little light congestion into 44, then again out to Route 7, and then a lot of this is just, I think, what was some rubbernecking delays, and then some more delays in towards the Stamford area. Alexandra, good morning. Morning, Don. Smooth commute in Manhattan. Awesome. That's what we like to see. Good stuff. You had a beautiful, gorgeous day to do that. Today would have been a great day to take New York Waterway. And again, don't forget New York Waterway. They have their, I'll give my friend Jen Shuck a quick plug here for the cruise for 4th of July. And you can get your tickets here on NewYorkWaterway.com/July 4th for the Macy's fireworks. Looks like, again, see a little preview of the 7-day for 4th of July. It is looking like weather should be pretty good. So that should be a really nice cruise. And again, that's NewYorkWaterway.com/July 4th. And I don't want to forget our friends over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. So I apologize to Ralph there. We got tied up with the closures there. Again, Ralph is a proud sponsor of the Tri-States Traffic Show. Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful downtown Cranford, 908-272-3000. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is where you can get the best information about the ice cream shop. And again, we're also sponsored in part by Travels with Dorley. She will be in the next half hour. So again, Ralph has this awesome ice cream, just some of the most amazing ice cream anywhere to be found. As you can see here, the cotton candy, very popular. Jerry was quite busy yesterday. Grasshopper. We have vanilla super crunch. You name it, vanilla chocolate strawberry. He's got it. So definitely get into downtown Cranford for some great ice cream and these awesome ice cream sandwiches. I'm sure Justin could probably plow his way through an entire rack of these flying saucers. Flying saucers, the chip witches, absolutely delicious stuff. So once again, it is the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000. He's got like one of the best phone numbers going. It's like a radio number. It's like, give us a call. 908-272-3000. First time, long time, right? So, yeah, definitely head out and get some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found. All right. So with that said, let's go back to the show here this morning. Let me just all over the place here. All over the place. Took off the beard, and all of a sudden I'm starting to lose my faculties here. I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I going? You know what it is? Like branding, like where I have the overlays and stuff are in 2 different spots, but I digress. First time. It's been almost a half an hour, right? All right, so we've got some delays here in Lower Westchester, east along 287 into White Plains, the Thruway, just some slight backups here south of the Palisades, but after that, Thruway 84 That is looking absolutely beautiful. 17 all the way to Monticello. Nice crisp 52 in Monticello. Now up to 54. So really a good start there. And the Beacon Bridge, 84 is fine. 684 also in good shape as well. All right, let's go back to the city now. I'm going to bring up the incident page for the city. Water. Let's see here now. Oh, nothing going on in the city. Really? Really? I doubt that. But as far as incidents are concerned, it's just there's just a lot of volume out here. You know, across the Verrazano, the inbound side of the Gowanus is busy up into the Brooklyn Bridge. What else is new there? But the belt really looks great all through Brooklyn and into Queens, just the westbound belt here. At Kennedy is a little heavy here, both ways at Hillside. Inbound Jackie Robinson is heavy at Kew Gardens. Westbound Grand Central, just a slight delay here passing 188th Street. Again, I have a feeling this is going to thin out even tomorrow, and especially for Friday. I'm hoping this is going to be pretty much empty. Westbound LIE up to the fairgrounds. Eastbound is a little bit heavy here from basically Queens Boulevard on over to the Clearview, the Cross Island. Some heavy, steady moving traffic here out of Elmont into Floral Park, and then RFK Triborough is running about 10 minutes, about 10 to 15 here at the Queensboro, at the Midtown Tunnel, about 10 or so, the Queensboro Bridge, Battery Tunnel looking at about 5 minutes or so. The east side's just heavy into the RFK. The west side is fine. Throggs Whitestone, pretty heavy into Queens. So is the westbound Cross Bronx, pretty much end to end now. And then the Deegan is heavy from the Bruckner all the way up passing Yankee Stadium. But the Deegan is just south of 230th Street. Bronx River Parkway looks great. Now we have more traffic on the Bruckner extension getting up into the Hutch. So, for the most part, it's just some volume out here this morning. All right, so let's do a little game reset. Bring up the music. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, looking at the same guy you saw yesterday. I don't even recognize myself without the beard, and almost feel like Homer Simpson. I feel like he just kind of comes back in on you, right? Yeah, let me know. Thumbs up for no beard. Thumbs down. Let me know in the comments, Alexandra, Anna, if you're watching. Let me know what you think for the summertime. It definitely does feel a little weird. It's been almost a year since I shaved, but yeah, I just hate shaving to begin with. It's just out of the sheer laziness of myself, I guess is what it comes down to. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. This half hour, we are sponsored by Travels with Darlie, and my good friend Darlie Newman here is our proud sponsor of this half hour. Let me bring up her branding. There it is. So, yes, you can watch her on PBS Crate, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and Ovation TV's Journey. And darlie-newman.com is where you can find more information. All right. So, with all of that said, let's take a quick check of Long Island here this morning. And it's been fairly quiet from what I could see. Long Island incident page here. Just a broken down vehicle on the shoulder west in the LIE at Deer Park Avenue. So I don't really think that's going to tie up. I mean, look at this. It's just pretty much empty. There's a rough road surface here on the southern going east here this morning. Now, Google Maps is saying that that it is shut, but I don't see. Oh, I got some comments here. Whoa. There we go. Alexander, bring back the beard. Okay, so there's one for the beard. Okay, keeping tabs here. Justin says, clean shaven, one for the clean shaven side. And then it says, I like it, man. It's the Don I'm used to. Thank you. All right, so we were kind of, we have a tie score. We need somebody to break the tie here. So thank you, Alexander. Appreciate that. Certainly a lot easier in the morning than having to shave, but we shall see. We shall see. All right. So we want to go to the Southern State Parkway now. Right in here. Again, it's been a rough road surface because they're repaving that Southern State. out through exit 25. So what happens is that, well, it looks like they filled in this right lane on the overnight, but anytime you have this new pavement, when you could look how wicked the sun glare is, even just on this camera, that we're looking at on the web. It's fairly glary, if that is a word. Again, it just hasn't, it really just hasn't weathered, basically, is why I think is the verbiage I'm looking for. So, until that happens, until it starts to break down some of that brand new asphalt, that's what you're going to get is the sun glare. So there's the heavy apparatus here at the Meadowbrook, off to the shoulder. Again, I'm sure the drivers of the Southern State are very welcome for the new pavement, but again, just seeing that rough road surface. It's not even a rough road surface anymore, unless it's further out here and they just didn't finish that. But that is what we're looking at in that location. And as this comes up, not North America, road closure Southern until 9:30. It is not closed. I mean, we clearly see that the cameras are showing that it's wide open. So again, just some sporadic pockets of traffic west on the LI, either Suffolk and Nassau County, east out through the Hamptons. I'm sure it's got to be just great out there this morning. Hampton Bays, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe, Southampton, into Watermill. It's just a lot of traffic, and we see this every single morning. Sorry, I thought that was my phone ringing. But it's got to be just absolutely gorgeous out there this morning. 25, 25A, 25 Mattatuck, Cutchogue, and Southold out to Greenport is beautiful. So 25A, East Northport, Huntington, that is going to be fine. Let's go back to the incident list here from New Jersey, because this has really been the hotbed of activity, unfortunately. Let's see if things have maybe settled down slightly. All right. 22 closer is still there, out by the Sunset Diner in Greenbrook, so watch for that. Let's check in on this 42 crash now, see what the situation is here this morning. Cameras see anything? Yeah, okay, there it is, out of 41, heading north. Looks like the left lane is shut, but kind of the damage done, as they say in the traffic biz. This is out by College Road, so we're not back that far. Let me get back into the maps here. I think it's just easier to look at it. First of all, since I'm right here, this is that eastbound 22 situation out by the Sunset Diner this morning. If you're familiar with that section of Greenbrook, this is out by Greenbrook Road. We've got 2 lanes shut there. Let's continue on now. We will go to, where am I going, Smitty? 42. Here we go. This is the issue that we were just looking at, coming up into 41 with that crash. So good 15, 20 minutes or so. And it's surprising to see how heavy that traffic is on 55 heading north into the 41 interchange, with the holdback of traffic on 42. So kind of normal stuff there to a degree, at least on 55. 295 heading north into Route 70. That's this issue here at the top of the screen by exit 36 and 73. The right shoulders are shut. Let's just see if there's a camera there. Just want to see what the impact of, as far as what the I think this camera works. It's a Church Road. That's north heading away. Let's go here. That's under maintenance. Okay, so it is obviously a little bit slow through that location. I mean, look at this list. It's just crazy how much just exploding, really. The other issue is that 130 situation both ways. Again, that's been 4+ hours. That's the last time they got an update. So things may have changed here up by Old George's Road in North Brunswick. at this point. So just waiting for the fresh update there. This turnpike situation coming, well, it's really the ramp to the Goethals Bridge coming out of 13. I think most of that may have been cleared, but just be careful. You still may see some police activity report authority in that location as well. So again, just be mindful of that. The 22 again, eastbound crash. It's not by Kramer Avenue. They've got it wrong. I don't know why they don't want to change that for some reason. It's not, first of all, now, unless something has changed and they just closed it. No, it's clearly open. I mean, it's clearly open both ways. Here is the Sunset Diner. I'm looking at it. So my friends at DOT are watching. Please update the incident list. It's not closed at Kramer Avenue. Kramer Avenue is way up here into the distance. It's closer to Greenbrook Road, and I'm seeing traffic getting through here in the left lane. So whatever the situation was had to involve in this. It looks like it involved this tractor trailer coming out of the Sunset Diner. I'm thinking, I don't know. So pedestrian accident being reported along with the tractor trailer. I don't know if doesn't sound too great. But again, it is not, I repeat, it is not Kramer Avenue. So they have it, that is incorrect. If that's what you're hearing on other media, that is not correct. Eastbound 22 is open. It's the left lane that is shut just past Greenbrook Road out by the Sunset Diner, literally out of the Sunset Diner. Whatever that situation was with the tractor trailer, that's where it is. Again, the 130 situation, we're still waiting for some more information there. Let's go to NJ Transit this morning. Let's take a look at that. Run down the numbers for you. AC rail line, earlier switch issue there from Atlantic City is 15 minutes late. 6:46 arrival in the Penn Station in the city at Glen Ridge is canceled. So 7 a.m. arrival in Hoboken, making all local stops. Mars and Essex. 7:33 of Dover is canceled. And the 7:07 from Penn Station, New York is canceled. Mechanical issue there. All right. So we'll check in with Path, shall we? See where we're at. And all right, so let's go here. Exchange Place, 102 elevators from the street to the mezzanine is out of service. We apologize for the inconvenience. Okay, they're polite about it, so that's good news. Let's go to SEPTA. And here, imagine it's fairly quiet, and it is. Let's go to the MTA now with our transit check. Local to Express, northbound again. Northbound 2-3 trains are running Express Franklin Avenue, Medgar, Evers, College, Crown Heights, Utica Avenue to Atlantic Avenue. Wow, it's a mouthful. I'm going to tell you about what stop you're getting off at. Medical assistance. Okay, so hopefully everyone's okay there. We've got some delays. AC North running with delays after NYPD requested someone who was being disruptive on a train at J Street Metro Tech. There we go to the B and the D, or delay will investigate a mechanical problem on a train 47 50th Street in Rockefeller Center. Okay, let's go to the rails now. We'll check in with our friends here. Long Island Railroad is good. We've got a service change in the Danbury line. 6:48 train Danbury Grand Central is canceled, and Bethel mechanical difficulties. Customer accommodated the 7:28 train, which just would have left here momentarily from Danbury to Stamford. Please transfer in Stamford for continuing service. Okay, show one more. Updated. Okay, that was the update to a previous update. All right, so 7:42 is our time here this morning. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Post up a comment here, and we'll put you on the show. We've got Justin in the comments section here, Alexandra as well, and thank them both for joining us here on the show, along with, I see you have a bunch of other viewers as well. Please just say hello, give me a thumbs up, tell me whether you like the beard or you don't like the beard. So far, the score is tied at 1. See how that goes. Let's go back to, John is waiting in the weather center, so I want to hit him on time because he's got some things he's got to do with for Rutgers today. So I want to delay him any more than I have to. So let's do this. Let's go. Well, you know what? Let's check on that turnpike situation. That's where we want to go next. This is out and excuse me. This is going to be in Kearney's Point. That is Turnpike. Let's go there. North Delaware Memorial Bridge. So it looks like the shoulder is the only thing getting by here this morning, right in here. So that's going to be a fairly extensive cleanup with those two tractor trailers. Got to clean up the debris. Who knows if there's a fuel spill involved in that. So pretty tough situation there this morning. Let's go south of 1. There, no, nothing there. So yeah, so that's the situation this morning. Also, the 42 crash being clear just past just getting into interchange or the interchange with 41 this morning. And let's see here. Parkway looks great. Cape May, Middle Township, Ocean City, Atlantic City, Brigantine, Long Beach Island. So the Parkway is good there. 29 starting to build some more moderate volume into the Trenton Tunnel. Again, we still have the issues here along 130. Now, whether it's fully closed, I don't know. We haven't gotten an update here this morning, just as you come in towards Adams Lane. So I don't know if it's fully completely closed. The last update we got from DOT was about 4 hours ago, so I'm just waiting for the fresh information from them. The other issue is Route 22 is tied up both ways into Greenbrook Road out by the Sunset Diner. That's with an accident investigation that is still ongoing. Anna, yes, good morning to you. Buenos dias. I'm watching too. Need a beard visual. Okay, we'll do that in a second. And is John still in test mode? No, he is not. He is broken away from his meteorological studies, and there is the no beard. I don't know. I don't even recognize myself. It's been so long. Yeah, John is not in test mode here this morning, so that is good news. But we are going to send Johnny is saying yes, he is ready. Okay, Johnny, we'll get to you right now. Just gotta hit the connect button. All right. So sit back and enjoy. Here is your forecast from our meteoral. I can't even talk. Taking off the beard took some brain cells with it too.
Good morning again, Don, and all of our viewers. Hope everyone's having an easy morning commute wherever you are going this morning. Schools are closing, so that should help with the traffic. Luckily, no weather threats for today's commute, nor do we have any threats for Thursday and Friday even. Just the heat and humidity building for Friday, although it won't be unbearable humidity. It's still going to be very hot. And then we have some weekend weather threats to talk about in just a moment. We're starting out with some cloud coverage for your morning commute, but as the morning wears on, the clouds will clear the area and we'll see some more sun come out by the latter part of the morning and this afternoon, similar to what we had on Tuesday. So for this morning in New Jersey, we're starting out with temperatures in the low and middle 60s, 60 in Newton, getting to about 65 degrees. We're starting off with 66 in the Newark area, getting to about 70, close to the 70 down toward Lakewood, Atlantic City, and Cape May. Over toward Camden, we'll start you off with 65, getting to about 70 degrees. And as we head into New York City, again, mid and upper 60s, closer to 70 degrees there in Flatbush and Great Kills, as well as Hell's Kitchen, 66 to 69 range for Morris Park and Flushing. As we go into Long Island here, 66 for Westbury, getting to about 70 degrees. 66 starts you off this morning in Islip. 64 over toward Huntington and Port Jefferson. We'll get to about 68 degrees by 8 o'clock in the Farmingville area, as well as Shirley, closer to 70 out toward Westbury. Yonkers starting off around 64 this morning, getting to about 68. 62 for Patterson, getting to about 66. Same for Poughkeepsie. Similar temperatures there in Middletown and Monroe. Again, low to middle 60s for this morning. As we go into Western Connecticut, we'll start you off with a 62 in Hartford, getting to about 68. So warming pretty significantly there over the course of that hour. New Haven starting off around 64, getting to about 68. Same for Bridgeport and Norwalk. So again, for today, we have highs getting into the low and middle 80s for inland areas across New York City, and New Jersey, as well as the lower Hudson Valley. Get closer to the shore points there. Cape May, Islip, New Haven will be in the upper 70s for your high temperatures on this Wednesday here, and we'll call it a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky again. Pretty similar conditions to what we had on Tuesday, except maybe just a tad, a few degrees warmer in spots. Thursday, Friday, the heat will continue to build. We get into the low middle 90s for Friday. The humidity won't be unbearable, but it's still going to be very uncomfortable out there with that heat. And then on Saturday, unfortunately, we do have some showers and storms that'll be moving through the area by the late morning and into the mid-afternoon hours. Looks like the current timing on that, but stay tuned for updates on that. Temperatures getting into the mid and upper 80s in more eastern areas, a little bit cooler, I think, up toward the northwest as that cold front starts to move through later in the morning. And then Sunday, we still may have a few showers and storms around, especially early on and farther south. However, some guidance suggests some storms sticking around and redeveloping for the afternoon. So any holiday plans this weekend, any holiday gatherings going on for Independence Day this weekend? Saturday, I would definitely plan to be indoors. Sunday, have an indoor plan ready just in case. I wouldn't cancel the outdoor plans just yet, but I'll keep you updated on that again as we go into tomorrow morning. Temperatures on Sunday still remaining in the 80s. Independence Day itself still in those 80s, and it looks like we're looking at dry conditions for July 4th itself. So outdoor plans on Monday look like they will be okay so far. Let's hope that stays that way. And then Tuesday we may have some more showers developing later on in the day, but that's a week away. Let's focus on the holiday weekend. I'll keep you updated on all this right here on the Tri-State Traffic Show, and of course on my social media pages as well. Have a great day, everybody, and drive safely.
Thank you, John, for the forecast. And, we'll keep an eye out for this weekend to see the timing of those showers there, if it's going to be, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. There are going to be a lot of local communities that will be doing their 4th of July fireworks on Saturday as well as on Sunday. Sometimes they do them a couple days early just so in case it does rain or whatever, they can get a rain date in and push it off to Sunday or even onto the holiday, onto Monday as well. So, Johnny, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. We're also appreciative of Darley Newman, who is a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show for this half hour. You can find Darley's program on Amazon Prime as well as on Wondrum. PBS Create NJPBS with a new program called Look Up with Darley, and also onto Ovation TV's Journey. You can find more information on Darley in the program at darley-newman.com. Darley travels around the world, so I guess maybe you don't have to, or will inspire you to go ahead and travel the world, looking at all the great destinations that are out there for you to adventure, dining and great places to drink. Really gives it's different from a lot of other travel shows in the fact that it gives you that very, very local flavor. Meets with a lot of the locals. And that's a big theme of her shows. If you're a consistent watcher of her program, is that she really connects with local folks that are in the town or the city or wherever she may be. And, gets does the tour from a very local perspective, which is, I think, extremely important. You really get the essence of where you are traveling to from the individuals that actually live there on a full-time basis. And I think they provide many of the best stories and many of the best, some of the best information that you can find when you do go on a vacation. So let me bring up the clip here. If you're unfamiliar with Darley's show, this is going to be a little sample from season 6. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring California's Central Coast at an elephant seal rookery.
Even I was surprised at what you can discover when you ask a local to guide you through a new destination.
Okay, this looks a little dangerous.
Yes.
Wild to be in an ice cave in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Maybe deep in your soul, there's a spot that remembers how it was back in the villages.
From a classic American road trip to a national park with presidential ties, we're exploring California, North Dakota, France, Virginia, and beyond on a brand new season of Travels with Darley.
Able Stever. I guess you gotta be a little hardcore to come out and do this trail.
North Dakotans are hardy people, and the Mattahay Trail represents that well.
It's fun. I'm not sure how I'm getting back. I'll just ride home like this.
So that's a little sample of Travels with Darley, again on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Woman, Ovation TV's Journey, also the new program called Look Up with Darley. Hopefully we'll be able to get a clip from Darley on that show as well. That's on NJPBS. Check your local listings for date and time. And then for more information, go to our website, darley-newman.com, and definitely follow Darley on Instagram and Twitter. All right, so let's go back to our situation here in New Jersey here this morning, because Route 22 is still under the situation with this accident investigation this morning. Let me just kind of expand that, shall we? We'll go one more. It's, I don't know, what can I see? What can we do here? Okay, so here it is. Can we move this over? All right. So here's the Sunset Diner this morning. If you're familiar with this part of Somerset County and Greenbrook, that's where we're specifically at. We are looking at an accident investigation. Looks like it involves this tractor trailer, and they're saying a pedestrian. So I'm hoping something didn't happen where somebody was walking along 22 or was walking out of the diner. I don't know why you would walk out of the diner across Route 22 here, but trust me, you travel 22 long enough here in Central Jersey that you have seen it all. Trust me, I've seen people walk across 22 and then kind of sit on the Jersey barrier, the center median, which is just, wow, that's bad. But eastbound, this is eastbound 22, I repeat, is not closed. According to the incident list, it says it's closed. I hope my good friends over at DOT will update that, because it's clearly not closed, unless I am missing something back here. And this is, I don't think I am, because it wouldn't make any sense, even if you come off of Greenbrook Road. Okay, so what, you would let Greenbrook Road traffic on, but not Route 22. This is open. Just the left lane is shut. So now it looks like we'll watch this in real time now. See, are they gonna? There's another tractor trailer or something coming out of the diner on the right. So I think they just wanted to let that vehicle out. What happens here? Okay, so now the left lane is back in service. Let me just make this a little bit. Let's do this again. This is the area in question right now. Is right here. Is out by Greenbrook Road this morning. There is the Sunset Diner, so it's right in front of that. Right here, that's what we're talking about. I've never been to the Sunset Diner. If anybody in the comments has been to the Sunset Diner, let me know. I hear it's pretty good. We're delayed back to Mountain Avenue now, going east on 22. It's probably going to run you about 10 minutes or so on that eastbound side. The eastbound side. Westbound side is heavy back through Kramer Avenue. Again, as we close out of this incident page here this morning, we'll just widen this up a little bit. Again, they're saying eastbound Kramer Avenue, all lanes are closed. It's not. It is not shut. We have to get that right. Let's hopefully my friends at DOT will do that and update that. Again, unless I am missing something, which I don't think I am, it is not closed. So, and first of all, it's not at Kramer Avenue. It's just east of Greenbrook Road. That is where that crash is, or that situation with the investigation is taking place. So we'll give you the update on 42. That is still an active scene. That just got updated 5 minutes ago or so. Go back to the cameras here. Check that out in real time. Let's just see here at 41. Did it get cleared? Tough to see with the sign in front of it. I think it did. I think the left lane is now back in, unless it's back in here somewhere. But that, I don't know. I can't. It's really difficult to see. It's almost impossible with that traffic sign there. Let's just see. Traffic in that left lane. unless there's something going on right here, unless that's just the it's an overpass. It's really tough to tell. My feeling is that it's cleared because it was right in here, and I do not see anything at this point. Um, regardless of the situation, I think it's cleared myself. I think that left lane is just maybe got put back in service, unless it's just around the corner that they still have the left lane shut, which is possible. I can't see it, so but we'll keep on top of that. The Route 130 situation did clear. That's kind of what I thought. Again, that last update was from 3:00 this morning. So we still have the issues. Ocean Goethals Bridge westbound ramp to the New Jersey Turnpike and Elizabeth. Now, we looked at that camera before and we didn't see anything. Unfortunately, I'm still running this camera. No wonder the computer is so slow. I keep stop that. So this is the other situation on the Turnpike. This is the bigger impact. Wow, look at that truck. Wow. I hope everybody's all right in that. That's a it looks like a box truck or what was left of a box truck. That's a serious impact there, friends. I hope that driver got out okay. There was an ambulance on scene just a little while ago. So this is south on the Turnpike, just before the Delaware Memorial Bridge. Only the right shoulder is open, but this is probably going to be out there. I would say at least through 9 a.m. to where we finish up for the morning. That's an extensive cleanup here on this early Wednesday morning. Wow, that's a big situation. I'm not even going to play the music there because we don't know what the deal is. All right, so you are watching the Tri-State Traffic Show, a very clean-shaven O'Don here in the traffic center. Kind of strange to see myself without the beard. It's been quite some time. So far, we have 1-1, and I believe Anna has given her vote. I like Beardless Summer Dawn. Sorry about that. I can't see because the camera's in the way. So I like Beardless Summer Dawn. That's the one I first met on TV many years ago. Mixing it up is always good. Yeah, I agree with that. So we're 2-1. So we'll continue the poll for the rest of the week and see where we're standing. Meteorologist Justin Godnick. Again, it's 8:01 now, 67 degrees now. It's already jumped 5 degrees in clear skies. So now that sun's shining brightly, it almost feels like a Southern California kind of day, where it starts off in the low 60s, especially if you're like in Santa Monica, Venice Beach, where it's, you get that little bit of a marine layer coming off the water. The sun to kind of burn it off, but almost like a Baywatch day, right? We just need David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson, right? Wow, that was actually a good show. I enjoyed in Baywatch. Up for the probably the obvious reasons why a lot of people did watch Baywatch. Get it, but the opening credits to Baywatch were, from somebody who's done video work for forever. And always looking for that creative shot. The shot where the helicopter, the helicopter kind of like, we'll get to that in a second, Justin. Sorry, I digress, but it's in my head. So where the helicopter is here, here is the helicopter, and then the boat is behind it. Then the helicopter lifts up, and then you see the boat. One of the best shots I think I've ever seen on TV. Whoever orchestrated that cinematography should have won an Emmy for that. That was fantastic. And the timing of all that, just perfect. All right, Justin, Drive to Raritan Center begins. How are we looking? Let's take a look. Let's go to the maps. Here we go. And bye-bye, Beardless O'Don. Let's do this. JG heading to the Raritan Center. Flying high, pal. Looking good. Parkway all the way up. GSP, drop the hammer on that. Taurus SHO. Burn up some of that $5 gas and enjoy that car. Justin's got. I don't want to say rare car, but probably fairly rare car. Drives a Ford Taurus SHO. That thing flies like the wind. That thing's a lot of power. It's actually a cool looking car too. There was actually one, not an SHO, but a Taurus, same model year, one of the last model years that they did. I don't know what your car yours is, Justin. What is it? A 2017, 18? I forget when they stopped production of the Taurus, but it's actually a cool looking car. It's a big car too. It's built like a tank. And, yeah, that thing can move. You pull up next to that and think you're going to drag race the SHO, you're going to be sadly mistaken. It's very, very quick off the line. It's got those twin turbocharged engines in it, twin turbochargers in the engine, I should say. Yeah, so the Parkway is fine. Justin, you're good all the way to the Raritan Center. No issues there, pal. All right. Speaking of cars, again, as I mentioned, I have this 2014 Cadillac ELR, the first electric Cadillac, or again, unless there was one back in the very early beginnings of the Cadillac brand history, which goes back 100 plus years or whatever, back to the early 1900s. But I guess more of the modern era. I should really look it up to make sure I have my facts straight. But they just introduced, they just introduced the new 2023 Lyric. If you get a chance to go onto YouTube and look at some of the reviews and things like that, really, really a cool car. Very, very cool. And I'm hoping when I go to the Cadillac dealer this afternoon that maybe he's got one. I don't think so. I don't think they're actually in the hands of dealers just yet. I could be wrong though. But I definitely would love to get my hands on that just to give you a little review of that. I think that's such a cool car. And I'm planning to do a review on my car. So once we get things up and running, we'll do a little, maybe start to get into some car reviews and stuff like that, which I would really love to do. And if all my friends there watching, if that's something you think would be of interest to you on the channel, let me know. If anything else would be of interest for you as far as travel is concerned, or really transportation, let me know. 295 is pretty busy both ways out of about exit in the 30s here. Just a lot of volume being reported there. And 42 still trying to recover from 168 into 41, but that crash has been cleared. Let's see, 400 horsepower. That's a lot. That's a lot for a Ford Taurus. You know, Ford Taurus was once the best-selling car in America back in the 80s. I mean, that thing had a little four-cylinder, probably put out like about 115 horsepower or something. It barely could get out of its own way, right? But and you know what? That's another thing we could do also. You know, if you want to email me, tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. You know, my somebody I watch on YouTube, Rick Conti, is a Corvette salesman in Pataskala, Ohio. It's outside of Columbus. And on Tuesdays, he does this segment called Tech Tuesday, but at the very end of it, he calls it his beautiful rides, and people send him pictures of their Corvettes, and he also takes other cars as well, but mostly Corvettes. I like to maybe try to do something like that here on the channel. You know, email me your vehicles, and we'll put your picture up, you know, just the first name and whereabouts you're watching us from, the channel, which I think would be kind of a cool little additional feature to the channel. Maybe bring some other viewers into the fold here for us on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also, speaking of that, forgot to mention, I didn't forget, but just with closures, Cranford Vinal Bean Creamery is our proud sponsor of this half hour of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Cranford Vinal Bean Creamery.com for more information. All right, so you know, South Jersey, you know, kind of cooking a little bit more than I'd like to see. But again, your Parkway to the Shore Points is looking good. I'm sure if you head down to Cape May or Avalon or Wild, you know, that area, oh, I just love it down there. It is fantastic. Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Give him an unconditional plug, because those pancakes are, there's something about them. It's just when you're down there with the shore breeze and you're up early and you're just rolling out of bed or whatever, you put the hat on, clean the stuff out of your eyes, and you go for breakfast. Great. The The one in Stone Harbor is the one I used to go to. Really good stuff. All right, so the Parkway's got something's going on here. Something's going on the Parkway this morning. So okay, that's the turnpike issue again, still being cleared. Boy, that's a big hit. I really hope that driver got out. Boy, great to eventually have the self-automated driving and that kind of stuff. My issue is with that is that one concern that I have is the fact of the matter is that not every car has it. I think when we finally get to the point where every car talks to each other on the roads, I mean, every vehicle, then things can, I think, progress to where you'll be able to have some full self-driving vehicles and whatnot. Because it's really the communication between the cars. It's not so much the driver, because the cars know in real time a lot more than what the driver is, as far as when something's going to happen. That's many years ago. This is probably 25, 30 years ago. I remember Buick GM they had a test loop somewhere out in the Midwest or in the West in Arizona at the Proving Grounds, whatever. But this is for Buick, and they had oh gosh, I don't know what car it was, either the Lucerne or the LeSabre at that point. It was 6 or 8 of those cars, and they were all talking to each other, and there was and the driver didn't have their hands on the wheel, and they all kept the same following distance for 30 laps around this 1 mile or 2 mile track or whatever it was. And I think that's where we eventually need to be, as far as for that to really take off. So that's northbound on the Parkway. Turnpike Authority moving the camera here in Irvington. That's going to be just before 144 in Irvington. There is a crash. So that is what we're looking at. That's why the tower camera here. That's why the tower camera here in the distance is getting busy going north to 78. South is heavy into that crazy long-term construction. I got caught in that yesterday. It's just all over the place. I think we're still probably another, I don't know, maybe 6 months away from that being accomplished or finished. So that's right in here. So there it is, just past 143, 144 in Irvington. There is a crash. West on 78 is heavy on the local side as you make your way through Vauxhall. That's Union Township. 80 both ways here at 287 is fairly crowded as well this morning. And the Parkway further up south from 149 down to 147, north into 150, 21 into 20 is heavy. West on 80 is a solid ride getting past Route 20 this morning. 17 both ways at Essex Street and Lodi is fairly busy. It looks like we may have something going on to the, what is this here? Is this 9W or the Palisades? They're saying road work? Palisades? Okay, take it with a grain of salt there, but it is definitely heavy. Let's just see, 495 inbound. So inbound to the Lincoln, we're looking at an accident there. So let's go to the Hudson River crossings, and I apologize for my friends going to the city, but there's just been so much happening in New Jersey with these investigations and closures and whatnot. Let's go to the crossings times now. Come on. There we go. So the George is about 15:20, about a half an hour at the Lincoln, and about 20 at the Holland. I think some of this now is starting to impact because of the crash here being reported just before Pleasant Avenue. That's literally just before the top of the helix, so that's why it's backed up back to the turnpike and Route 3 here this morning. That's what I want to go to, is the Palisades. Palisades. We want to go construction. We select county. We want to go to Bergen. Let's just see if there's any. We're picking up anything here on the Palisades. No, I don't see anything. Okay. Back over here, select all, go to incidents. There it is. So there it is, north of 143. Right lane is shut. So they reported that. Wish they would update this Route 22 because that's not right. All right. So let's go to, whoopsie. Next 3 or 4 minutes now, we'll do the city. Let's see. North on 95 at East 174th Street. Where is that? Taconic Parkway, another problem there. Crash with property damage. Taconic South at exit 5. Mount Pleasant, the shoulder is out of service there. Let's go to this. Let's just see whether I feeling I may know where this is. Okay, so it's by Clay and Webster. All right, so let's go do this. Let's go to the city cameras. We'll bring them up here this morning. They're coming up, Johnny, in the Weather Center. Again, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Comment section is open. So please go ahead and say hello. Already said a very good morning to Anna, Alexandra, and Justin, who are watching us here live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. So McCombs Road, Walton Avenue, not Walton's Mountain, Walton Avenue. I love the Waltons. Waltons was great. So I digress. This is at Weeks Ave. Go to the maps. Let's just see if maybe it's before, right at the Hamilton Bridge. Yes, there it is. So, direction is that going? That's got to be going east. That's partially also another reason why the George is kind of banged up here, because of what this is, just east of took the beard off and I'm just losing focus. Just east of the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. That is just coming off the George Washington Bridge. So that's why the George is almost 25 plus minutes. It should be a lot less than that, especially for this time of the morning on a midweeker, getting out into the holiday weekend. So again, our normal delays through Queens, that inbound Jackie Robinson is just a mess as well. All right, so 8:15 is our time. We'll revisit the city in just a moment. I'm going to send it over to Johnny in the Weather Center. He is waiting for us. So, John, you are ready? Yes, he is. So let's bring in our meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. Johnny, take it away.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. On this beautiful midweek already, we're coming up on the holiday weekend. We have a few clouds to start out the day again today across the region, but that will start to clear up as we go throughout the morning and near the afternoon hours. I'll talk about that in just a minute. For now, your commute temperature starting out here in the low and middle 60s here across New Jersey, close to 70 in Newark, and down the coast there at Lakewood, Atlantic City, Cape May, all nearing 70 degrees by the time we get to 8 o'clock. This morning. As we look at the 5 boroughs of New York City, again, starting off in the mid 60s, 66 in Great Kills and Hell's Kitchen, 66 in Flushing and Morris Park as well, 67 over toward Flatbush, and all those areas will also be going to about 69, 70 degrees by about 8 o'clock this morning. Out on Long Island, 66 in Islip, 64 over toward Farmingville and Shirley as well as Port Jefferson, Westbury, starting off around 66. And we'll see those temperatures get to about 68 for most areas, close to 70 by the Westbury area by 8 o'clock. And in the Hudson River Valley, again, low to middle 60s, 61 over in Middletown, 64 in Yonkers, 62 over toward the Patterson area, getting to about 66 by 8 o'clock. Same for Middletown and Poughkeepsie, 67 for Monroe by 8 o'clock, 68 over toward the Yonkers area. And over in Western Connecticut, we're starting out around 60 in the Torrington area, 62 in Waterbury and Hartford, 65 over toward Bridgeport and Norwalk, 62 in Danbury, and then we'll get to about 67 there by 8 o'clock, 68 in Westbury by 8, as well as Hartford, New Haven, Bridgeport, and Norwalk. So all areas basically getting into the upper 60s as the morning wears on. And this afternoon, we're looking at highs getting into the low and middle 80s for inland areas there in New York City and New Jersey. Along the coast will be in the mid and upper 70s for your high temperatures today, under a mostly sunny to a partly cloudy sky. And as we take a look at those threats over the next few days, it gets much hotter as we go into Friday and the weekend. The holiday weekend, unfortunately, looks a little bit unsettled, especially on Saturday. But I'll talk more about that with your 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. For now, let's get a check of that traffic again with Don Smith.
Thank you, Johnny. And John will be back in less than 30 minutes with that exclusive 7-day weather forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful downtown Cranford, 22 North Avenue West. 908-272-3000 is Ralph's phone number. Makes some of the best handmade, homemade ice cream anywhere to be found. His website is CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Let's take a look at Ralph's website here this morning. Again, this is the best place to get all your information you need to know other than visiting the shop, and that's what we want to do. Definitely go in there and tell Ralph that I told you to go up there and get some ice cream. Tell him you saw it here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. So, he has his core 3, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Also, Bananas Foster is an award-winning ice cream. Black raspberry, M&M explosion, cherry vanilla, grasshopper, chocolate peanut butter swirl. One of my favorites is the party cake. The vanilla chocolate super crunch is outstanding as well. And holy cannoli is another crowd favorite. Also, cotton candy. Really, Ralph's a big baseball fan, huge Mets fan. And, cotton candy is really like, other than the core 3, the cotton candy is really his 4th starter that really consistently cotton candy, is pitching, giving him a solid 6.5 innings, maybe 7 innings of 2-hit ball, ERA of about 2.1 or so. Just a really solid 4th starter coming out of the bullpen. Out of the bullpen really for cotton candy. So can be a mid reliever there for you as well if need to be on a day off. So cotton candy is really outstanding. He also makes these other treats, these delicious vanilla cupcakes with the vanilla ice cream, the vanilla cake. Great, definitely great little pick me up there. Also the chocolate Oreo pie, Heath bar pies, and the ice cream sandwiches, the classic flying saucers and chip wishes. As I mentioned, I'm sure Justin can probably plow through an entire half dozen of those in one sitting. But the pillowy soft chocolate vanilla ice cream in between those chocolate wafers and the chocolate chip cookies, just delicious stuff. And again, we have these all occasion cakes, for maybe some graduation parties that are still going to be ongoing. We also have birthdays, summer birthdays, or just an occasion, 4th of July. Why not, right? Celebrate United States independence. Small rounds for 7 to 8 people, all the way to a large sheet cake, 30 to 40 people. But he has a lot of these cakes on hand. Most of them are the medium rounds, large rounds, maybe a small sheet cake at times. The larger sheet cakes, those are more of a custom type order for you. So again, 908-272-3000. And there's my friend Ralph. Never put Ralph on the air, so there he is. There's Ralph. He's got his uniform on, the purple and white, and the CVBC, and it's a very cool logo with the little ice cream guy, and has got a little face on there, kind of like ice cream with attitude is what it's called. And his daughter is very, very talented, accomplished artist, graphic artist. So I'm thinking that she may have made that for him. But again, there is the shop with the sandwich boards. Let me bring up one of the boards here, because his daughter also did all the artwork and stuff on these sandwich boards. Really just great stuff. He also makes the peach mango sorbet, as well as the lemon and also the blood orange sorbets are great. And the toasted coconut is another crowd favorite, along with peanut butter cup. So once again, you can find Ralph here in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey on Route 28. That's what's going to come up in your GPS. It's really known as North Avenue West here for the locals in this section of Union County. As hours are from 12 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday, 12 to 10 Friday, Saturday, and then 12 to 9 on Sunday. We thank Ralph for being a sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's go back to our action here in the city. I say we wanted to update you on a couple things here. We do have some very heavy traffic inbound on the Jackie Robinson out at the Kew Gardens interchange. Just a lot of heavy stop traffic all through this entire Kew Gardens interchange. So just a lot of volume here in the central section of Queens. Let's go to the cameras now. We'll do our 9-box tour of the city. This is Staten Island. Getting up to the Verrazano is fine. This is the West Shore Expressway, Bloomfield Avenue. Highland Boulevard at Arden Avenue is looking good. And again, friends, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter till 9 o'clock. So go ahead and post up a comment here. We got a fairly nice audience watching us here this morning. That's great news. Hopefully we'll get into that YouTube algorithm and really jump up these numbers for the summer, which would be just fantastic. Highland Boulevard and Midland Avenue look good. Outer Bridge Crossing, going back to New Jersey, seems to be a little bit slow here at the Outer Bridge, so that's getting into Perth Amboy. Staten Island Expressway Clove is fine. Actually looking at the service road here at Richmond Avenue. Victory Boulevard at Jersey Street and the West Shore of Fresh Kills Creek is looking good. Let's go to Manhattan, shall we? And we'll check out the vibe here. Coming off the Queensboro Bridge, again, this is just a lot of heavy stop traffic, about 15 minutes there. 5th at 49th is fine. 7th at 34th in Midtown, also looking good. FDR does what it does best at almost 8:30, getting south of 125th and then into 96th Street. Really kind of eases up just around, 100. This delay is really not that bad. It goes down to about maybe upper 90s or so just before this camera. And the FDR at the Brooklyn Bridge is moving well. West Street at the Intrepid, Henry Hudson at 96th is fine. And so is the Henry Hudson at 125. We are looking good. So, we're starting to really see the summertime pattern really starting to take effect now. And again, tomorrow and Friday, I think it's even going to be more than that. Let's go to this camera didn't update. So this is the southbound Bruckner here at the Bronx River Parkway is jammed. The Bronx River Parkway at 174th. That's a nice ride. The westbound Cross Bronx, the Bronx River Parkway is heavy. There's the Deegan at Willis going north again. That's heading north up to Yankee Stadium. Cross Bronx here west over by Jerome Avenue is heavy. A lot of rubbernecking delays because of that crash heading eastbound, which is right here, just past the Major Deegan and the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. So that's why that is slow with the partial right lane is shut. The Deegan at 230th Street, that's a fairly solid ride heading south here. A little more than what we've seen over the last couple of mornings. And the Henry Hudson at 232 is fine. Let's go on over to Queens now. Check out the ride here as well. So let's do that. So we will go to the Belt in Jamaica at 158 is good. The BQE out at Broadway is fine. Grand Central Parkway at 188th Street also going to be in pretty good shape as well. Queens Midtown Tunnel about 15 to 20. This is the LIE at Queens Boulevard. That is heavy moving, but it's not the bumper to bumper stuff like we've seen before. The Jackie Robinson at Forest Park Drive is looking good. I got to try to find that Jackie Robinson camera that's closer to the Kew Gardens interchange. This is the LIE at the BQE ramp is fine. Van Wyck here at the interchange, that is heavy. And this is Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is busy. And then the bonus camera is the Whitestone Expressway at 14th Ave by the New York Times distribution headquarters. That's northbound coming up to the Whitestone Bridge. Actually doesn't look bad, really. And let's go to the BK now. And I'm sure Brooklyn Nets fans are happy that Kyrie Irving is sticking around for whatever the extraordinary amount of money that he's getting. And now I guess that he can play in all the games because the COVID restriction for the Nets has been lifted, but it's still in effect for, workers working in the 5 boroughs that you're mandatory vaccinated, and we're not going to get into any of that. But maybe I should, because who knows, that'll push the numbers through the roof. I don't know. I want to hear what I have to say. Good morning, John. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. And we thank John about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, had that first tip we saw, and we had that first on the air about that 287.17 debacle up there in Mahwah. I think John may have listened to it on the scanner or where he got that from, but we were the first to have that. Nobody else did until we broadcast that. So thanks, John. BQE at the Hamilton Avenue ramp at the Gowanus here. That's the inbound side of the BQE is heavy. This is the southbound side of the BQE at the Brooklyn Bridge is a solid ride. In the trench, inbound comes towards us up to Atlantic Avenue is heavy. What else is new? We go to the inbound Gowanus here at 37th is busy into the Prospect. You just can't win there. And then this is out by the Williamsburg Bridge, and that actually doesn't look bad here at 827. So let's do this now. We're going to let's update you on Long Island. See what the situation is here. If there's anything cooking, I see a couple westbound issues here. West on the LIE. So west of the LIE at Lakeville, there's the left lane shut there. Broken down vehicle on the shoulder at Deer Park Avenue. So let's go to the cameras and let's take a look out by Lakeville Road. Back in the day, we had the North Shore Tower camera. If you're familiar with any of our friends that used to have Cablevision, watch Channel 61. That's what I was a part of for a long, long time, and wish we still had that channel back because it was a very, very helpful and very popular channel, but others had other ideas about it, unfortunately. So there's the accident with the left lane shut out by Lakeville Road. That's the westbound side. This morning, it looks like we got 3 vehicles possibly involved there. So, because I think this is over at Little Neck Parkway closer. That's where the HOV lane ends before you get into Queens. And actually, I think it ends right up in here. I think these are the double lines. Yeah, this is literally where the HOV lane comes to an end here as you approach on into Queens. So that westbound side of the LIE a little banged up now. Getting out to Lakeville Road, it's right there. But that eastbound side of the LIE is just jam-packed getting through Queens. Now, some of this could be some folks trying to head out to the island early for making an enormously long weekend, right? So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Some congestion here on the southern both ways into the Meadowbrook, Wantagh, especially west of 135. Looks pretty good here. Just some light congestion into 39, and then same thing here up both ways out by Vets Highway. You know, our typical delays here on Sunrise Highway out through the Hamptons, into Watermill, into Bridgehampton. Again, what else is new, right? We will take it on over to Connecticut now. And I think we're just dealing with our regular delays, but let's just check it out in real time. So again, that's the left lane shut there just before Little Neck Parkway this morning. We go to the incident list from our friends in Connecticut. 95 south, 1817, right lane is shut. Okay. So that is, well, it's been out there for about an hour or so. So let's go to the cameras. I think these cameras here they have a partnership with Connecticut where they actually move in real time. So we'll come across the sound now. Let's do this. 13? Is that where I'm talking? Right in here? No. 9. 1817. Okay. It's further up the line. Not available for or viewing. All right, so it's this camera is here. They must have taken the camera out of service. You know what? Let's go to the actual list of cameras here. We want to go up to 18, so that'll be page 3. 18, there it is. South heads away. Bum. There is something on the shoulder here, but I don't think that's it. I got to go back down to page 2, the bottom of page 2, I think. Whoa, sorry about the quick scrolling. There it is, right here. So yeah, that's going south. We still have the right lane shut with fire truck there. So that's still being cleared. So that is the reason why traffic's backed up towards about south of 22 now, because that should have eased out at this point. Mara Parkway is heavy in Trumbull, really just south of 49 into 46 or so, and then heavier from 39 down to 36. But there's something else going on here on the Merritt, I think, just off the Sikorsky Bridge. It looks like we may have a crash there. So let's go back to the cameras. I believe that there is a camera in that location. Again, 8:32 is our time. Let me just flip over the sponsor here for us. We are sponsored by Travels with Darley Newman, Darley-Newman.com for more information on travels with Darley. We thank Darley for being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, O'Donnell, your traffic jockey here in the Traffic Center. We are up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter this morning, 8:30 Thursday time, 68 degrees and clear skies here in picturesque central New Jersey. Where were we going? Oh, cameras in the Merritt. That's right. Let's just see. No, that's not it. It's CT15, I think. They kind of changed. Whoa, what happened? Now we just lost everything. Uh-oh. Trouble. Where's my camp? What happened? Hang on a second, friends. Well, no. Oh, I see. I must have. There it is. I moved the page. I'm working with two monitors here, and I moved the page. Oh no, troubling screen there. There it is. I moved the page where the streaming platform is on, and it got caught in between the two monitors, and it just went poof. So yeah, there it is. South on the Merritt. Yeah. Just before exit 50, or after exit 53, just off the Sikorsky Bridge. That is what you're looking at, the heavy traffic. So it looks like there is a crash being reported there. Let's go to the incident list. I'm surprised they don't have this. Or maybe they do, and I just didn't scroll all the way down. 5352, there is definitely an accident. That should not be as heavy as it is what you're looking live at there this morning. So let's go back to the Google Maps. It's right in here. It's right before Route 8. So that is definitely just south of the Milford Parkway connector. That's why we are seeing that heavy traffic there this morning. Let's continue over towards Lower Westchester now. We go to the eastbound side of 287 heavy right off the thruway into White Plains. But, the Hutch, we're seeing our normal delays up through Eastchester, coming out of the Cross County through Weaver Street, New England Thruway. We are fine. The Tappan Zee Bridge, Rockland County is great. Looks like we have a little bit of a blip here, along with some construction on the Palisades this morning, getting into 210. So watch for that. Route 6, Monroe, everything is clear in the green. 84 all the way through Port Jervis, and then 17 all the way through Bloomingburg into Monticello is going to be clear as well. 84, Fishkill, Lake Carmel, Brewster, westbound 84, a little bit busy at 684, but 684, we're in that summertime pattern here. Summertime. Getting south of the Goldens Bridge area is moving well. So let's go back towards New Jersey now. This Palisades Parkway has been kind of tying the ride up a little bit in Alpine. Looks like there may be a construction zone there this morning, so look for that. But I lost the New Jersey list, so let's just bring that up in real time. We'll move that over. It's over here. We're going to close out of that because that's streaming. I'm got to save some computing power. Damn it, Jim, I need more computing power. Eastern Spur now, we've got a crash going north of 15W and 280. A left lane is blocked there. Holland Tunnel, that's coming out of the tunnel at Marin Boulevard in Jersey City up by the Best Buy. So a left lane really coming out of the Holland Tunnel is what we're dealing with. This overturned tractor trailer is still looking for another update here. It looked like there may be some kind of a lane blocked here this morning on the coming off of the Goethals Bridge back to New Jersey. It's right in here for the turnpike. Looks like we may have that part of that ramp is going to be shut down because of this flipped over tractor trailer. So really is affecting traffic for our friends in Staten Island getting back into New Jersey. So be mindful of that. It's really that ramp that kind of comes around there and hooks around. The Parkway crash here has been cleared going north into Irvington, but our delays are still back to 78 and westbound 78, seeing a ton of traffic here this morning, getting through Vauxhall on the local side. Some of that is general volume, but I also think that there is potentially a crash there being reported. Let's do the 22 situation that has been cleared of that accident investigation out by the Sunset Diner, just east of Greenbrook Road, I should say. It was right in here, and our delays have cleared. Route 130 has been cleared of that crash as well, out by Adams Lane. Some heavy delays here on 287 both ways out by Route 27 in Edison. Looking at a sluggish ride there. But the short areas are moving just fine. On your Gordon State Parkway, 1833. The Turnpike is clear through Middlesex and Mercer counties, all the way down the line. Even 295 is beginning to get a little bit better now. 42 is pretty busy at the 55 interchange, but 42 into 41, that is wide open. That crash also has been cleared. Now, the Parkway through Ocean City and Atlantic City also is going to be in fine order. The other big issue is this problem, the Turnpike, I should say, on the Turnpike going south into the Delaware Memorial Bridge. We are looking at that crash still taking out 2 lanes. It looks like only the shoulder is getting by. You know what, as we speak, let's go to the cameras now this morning, and let's do this. We go to the Turnpike. Let's just see here by the bridge. There it is. There's the remnants of the wreck between that box truck and the tractor trailer this morning. Hopefully everyone walked away from this, but that box truck is pretty mangled here this morning. That's an ugly crash, and again, hopefully everybody walked away from this, especially the driver of the box truck, because there's just almost nothing left of that front end of that vehicle. Let's see, Justin, Parkway South heavier than north is where everyone was taking a long week off. Wish I had the luxury. Yeah, me too, my friend. So just make sure your travel a little bit more difficult on the way home. So I'll maybe just take a couple days off there, JG. Couple of not really feeling too well here. Not really feeling too great. But anyway, Justin, hopefully you have a fantastic day there in the shop. But at that. Oh my goodness. Maybe we should just talk about what Justin and I know and maybe jump the numbers tenfold, right? But anyway, so this is our crash here this morning on the Turnpike. Just leaving that far right shoulder, right lane in service just before the Delaware Memorial Bridge. So probably looking at a good about 10, 15 minutes or so. Just a lot of debris to clean up, as well as to get these mangled vehicles out of the way. Again, the most important thing is that hopefully everyone has walked away from this particular incident here this morning. So let's go to, still trying to figure out why the Outer Bridge crossing is busy. Some of it could you know what? This is starting to just kind of popped into my head. Maybe it's because I took the beard off. I took some brain cells with me, but this could lend credence to what Justin said, the southbound Parkway heavier than, obviously him going north. That some folks are maybe are starting to head down the shore now, because that would kind of lend credence to those coming off of the South Shore of Staten Island to the Outer Bridge, was the most popular way to get out of the city to the Jersey Shore. And heading south. So that's certainly something we'll keep an eye on here. But so far the Parkway does look good south. It's probably just a little busier than normal. You know what? While we have the cameras loaded up here at 8:41, I got to hit Johnny's weather here on time, because he's got to run at the top of the hour, as do I, for a meeting at 9:30. So, go to the park. Let's just go into the Parkway. This is going to be out by down in Anna's territory here, out in Homedale. This is out by the Arts Center. So that's southbound, moving away. Still looks good to me. I mean, maybe it's a few extra cars. We go here. No, let's go Asbury tolls. Let's see what that looks like here for us. No, it's not the one. This is the one. I want closed captioning. How can I have closed captioning on a camera that doesn't have any audio? Okay. Fair enough. Let's see here. South of the Asbury tolls is the one I wanted, and that does not work. What else is new? Oh boy. Tom's River tolls. I think we're going to be fine there. Yeah, that looks pretty good as well. Let's go to 70. Well, let's go back to the turnpike here at 15W. Back up to the list. We go here. We go turnpike. Let me just it's just easier for me to on the turnpike. Okay. What Eastern Spur that is doing? Cameras out. No deal. All righty then. 8:43 is our time. Good morning to all of my great friends here watching on Facebook, YouTube, as well as onto Twitter. Let's go to the cameras here because I want to focus in on Route 78 now, because I think there may be something going on to 78 in Union Township, really Vauxhall, by Vauxhall Road. Check that out in real time, see if this camera works. Oh, it's like one day it works, the next day it doesn't. It's just insanity. That's like Glenside Road and Summit. Somebody's got to refresh it. Nope. Okay. The Parkway, that's where we wanted to go again. All right. Time. John is waiting in the weather center. We're gonna go to you in about 30 seconds. I just want to check the tower camera here in Union to see if we can see anything here materializing. Come on. So the southbound traffic here, that's getting into the long-term construction. North is still heavy in Irvington with that crash clear. Sometimes they actually show 78, but to no avail here this morning. All right. So with that said, let me bring in John here. John is patiently waiting in the weather center. So let's do this. So without further ado, at 8:45, we're hitting the post, Johnny. Send it over to you in the weather center. Good morning.
Good morning again, Don, and all of our viewers. Hope everyone's having an easy morning commute wherever you are going this morning. Schools are closing, so that should help with the traffic. Luckily, no weather threats for today's commute, nor do we have any threats for Thursday and Friday even. Just the heat and humidity building for Friday, although it won't be unbearable humidity. It's still going to be very hot. And then we have some weekend weather threats to talk about in just a moment. We're starting out with some cloud coverage for your morning commute, but as the morning wears on, the clouds will clear the area and we'll see some more sun come out by the latter part of the morning and this afternoon, similar to what we had on Tuesday. So for this morning in New Jersey, we're starting out with temperatures in the low and middle 60s, 60 in Newton, getting to about 65 degrees. We're starting off with 66 in the Newark area, getting to about 70, closer to 70 down toward Lakewood, Atlantic City, Cape May. Over toward Camden, we'll start you off with 65, getting to about 70 degrees. And as we head into New York City, again, mid and upper 60s, closer to 70 degrees there in Flatbush and Great Kills, as well as Hell's Kitchen, 66 to 69 range for Morris Park and Flushing. As we go into Long Island here, 66 for Westbury, getting to about 70 degrees. 66 starts you off this morning in Islip. 64 over toward Huntington and Port Jefferson. We'll get to about 68 degrees by 8 o'clock in the Farmingville area, as well as Shirley, closer to 70 out toward Westbury. Yonkers starting off around 64 this morning, getting to about 68. 62 for Patterson, getting to about 66. Same for Poughkeepsie. Similar temperatures there in Middletown and Monroe. Again, low to middle 60s for this morning. As we go into Western Connecticut, we'll start you off with a 62 in Hartford, getting to about 68. So warming pretty significantly there over the course of that hour. New Haven starting off around 64, getting to about 68. Same for Bridgeport and Norwalk. So again, for today, we have highs getting into the low middle 80s for inland areas across New York City and New Jersey, as well as the lower Hudson Valley. Get closer to the shore points there, Cape May, Islip, New Haven will be in the upper 70s for your high temperatures on this Wednesday here, and we'll call it a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky again. Pretty similar conditions to what we had on Tuesday, except maybe just a tad, a few degrees warmer in spots. Thursday, Friday, the heat will continue to build. We get into the low middle 90s for Friday. The humidity won't be unbearable, but it's still going to be very uncomfortable out there with that heat. And then on Saturday, unfortunately, we do have some showers and storms that'll be moving through the area by the late morning and into the mid-afternoon hours. Looks like the current timing on that, but stay tuned for updates on that. Temperatures getting into the mid and upper 80s in more eastern areas, a little bit cooler, I think, up toward the northwest as that cold front starts to move through later in the morning. And then Sunday, we still may have a few showers and storms around, especially early on and farther south. However, some guidance suggests some storms sticking around and redeveloping for the afternoon. So any holiday plans this weekend, any holiday gatherings going on for Independence Day this weekend? Saturday, I would definitely plan to be indoors. Sunday, have an indoor plan ready just in case. I wouldn't cancel the outdoor plans just yet, but I'll keep you updated on that again as we go into tomorrow morning. Temperatures on Sunday still remaining in the 80s. Independence Day itself still in those 80s, and it looks like we're looking at dry conditions for July 4th itself. So outdoor plans on Monday look like they will be okay so far. Let's hope that stays that way. And then Tuesday, we may have some more showers developing later on in the day, but that's a week away. Let's focus on the holiday weekend. I'll keep you updated on all this right here on the Tri-State Traffic Show, and of course on my social media pages as well. Have a great day, everybody, and drive safely.
Thank you, Johnny, and we always appreciate your reports here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Have a wonderful Wednesday, my friend, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here on the big broadcast tomorrow morning at 7:15. This half hour is proudly sponsored by Travels with Darley, darley-newman.com for any and all information. Darley's program called Travels with Darley. You can watch her on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, as well as on Wondrum and Ovation TV's Journey, also on NJPBS, with the new broadcast called Travels. No, not Travels. Is Look Up with Darley. I should say it's a brand new program there on the city of Newark. Again, the city of Newark. And really fascinating stuff. So certainly check that out. And again, check out her website. Darley travels around the world, finding all the greatest places for you to vacation. Gives you that really local flavor. And that's really what really separates Darley from all the other travel shows. It really gives you that really very local flavor. I mean, gets local tour guides or just local, the mayor or local folks that are in the towns that really give her the inside scoop and the inside story about what's happening in real time in those communities, and really gives you some of the local history that's can only be found by those who live there on a full-time basis. So again, Travels with Darley is our proud sponsor. If you're unfamiliar with Darley's show, here is a little sample of Travels with Darley.
I'm Darley Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darley.
These are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
Wow, got a jalapeno in there. 1, 2, 3.
So that's a little taste of what Travels with Darley has to offer, again, on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Ovation TV's Journey. And today being Wednesday, you can, that's the part of the schedule I do know, is that it's on PBS Create at 5:30, and also on New York City Life or NYC TV, channel 25 over the air. You can check your local cable company and figure out what channel that is on, but that is at 1:30. So it's a double feature of Travels to Darley here on Darley Wednesday, 1:30 and a 5:30, respectively. Now, just a little programming note. If you can, please like and subscribe the Tri-State Traffic Show. Here is the YouTube page. You can see we're live streaming here this morning. I want to see if we can bring these numbers up as we get into that YouTube algorithm. Again, we're at episode 37, going on episode 38. So definitely, if you can, just pass the word out to all of our friends and all your friends, and please let them know to subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, we're going to try to add some other content into the show other than the live streams. We're going to try to get Darley on for a sit-down hour-long interview or so with her. maybe some other friends that will be able to join us in the future, as we did with Bernie. That was a great interview, very well watched as well. So we're going to add, again, like I said, some other content to the show, hopefully some car reviews. My plan is to do a review of my vehicle coming up here shortly once we get it out of the shop. But anyway, if you could, that would really help us out here in the traffic and weather station, in the center, I should say. Basically running a traffic and weather, basically trying to mimic traffic and weather back in the old days, Channel 61. Know before you go, right? Hopefully don't sue me, but the company's long gone, so I guess that wouldn't be a factor. But trying to do this from my living room, and I think we've been fairly successful so far, but we just we've got to keep on moving along here and try to get as many subscribers as we can. So please, if you can, subscribe and like the broadcast, and subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Okay, enough of the shameless plug here. Let's do our whip around of the area of the incidents. 8:53. We got 68 degrees and clear skies here in the traffic center. We're up here till the top of the hour now. Let's go back to the incident pages here this morning, because we get involved with all of the. Oh boy, here we go again. Wow, can people drive here today or what? I feel like I'm nervous bringing the Cadillac into the shop. 19 here both ways at Wood Avenue and Linden. That's not good for anybody. Hopefully nobody's seriously injured here this morning, but this stupid little gnat keeps flying around. I don't know. We got rid of the squirrels, and now we've got gnats, Anna. I don't know what the heck is going on here. All right, so there we've got eyes on this situation. Again, hopefully everyone has walked away from this collision. Got one vehicle being put up onto the flatbed. Again, this is in the city of Linden, out in front of Wheeler Park. So that's Wheeler Park right there. This is Wood Avenue coming away from City Hall. This is 19. This is southbound 19 heading away. So again, that traffic, I don't know whether they're allowing traffic south on 19. Looks like they're sending it over to Wood Avenue. Yes, that is the case now. So I don't know if this was a T-bone situation or this other vehicle was involved. I don't know, but looks like the front of this vehicle here took a front side impact here, because you see the airbags on the right side, the passenger side of inflated. So again, hopefully everyone has walked away from this crash. Yeah, that's a tough scene there. We also have the scene here on the turnpike as well. Still dealing with that this morning by the Delaware Memorial Bridge. That's still in the process of being cleared. Let's just go to the maps very, very quickly now. And again, Justin, you're right. Starting to see some delays here on 35 at 36 out of the Highlands. Again, Highlands, Seabright, Long Branch. Even getting out to Point Pleasant now, we're starting to see 35, starting to get pretty busy out through Spring Lake, and then 195 and a 138 starting to get a little more crowded as well. So I think JG is right, and I wouldn't doubt him at all, ever. He has lived down the shore his entire life, so he knows when he sees a pattern developing, and I think that's what we are seeing here this morning. I'll take a gnat over a squirrel. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, I don't know. This one seems to have taken up residence here in my place, and I don't know. Obviously, maybe they just gravitate to the light, but I'm not sure. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where they're coming in from, but I have a problem there. I don't know how to get a stuffed gnat. Wish I'd come up with a better name for him instead of gnat. Was a gnat the one in the Peach Pit? Who owned the Peach Pit? Nat? It wasn't Nate. I think it was Nat. Yeah. The Peach Pit After Dark, right? Love 90210. And if you're on Pluto TV or whatever, they have 24/7 of 90210. It's great. So there's the issue on the turnpike heading south there by the Memorial Bridge. So look for that. And again, as Justin had said, so now some of this also is the diversion of people coming down the West Shore Expressway to the Outer Bridge to get to New Jersey because the problems at the Goethals Bridge. I think this is way out of your way in order to do that. But, but we also may see a little bit of traffic getting over to Perth Amboy in Jersey, an early shore heading down the shore here for the day. Westbound 78, there's definitely something going on here out through Vauxhall into 24 on the local side. Just the camera's out of service, so it can't really tell you about that here this morning. This Palisades has been banged up all morning long. Heading south here into Alpine with looks like what is a construction zone. So we'll put it in that category. Let's just run down the incident list. Don't have time here really to go through the rest of the maps again. So this is east in the Cross Bronx, just off the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. There's a crash, and then the Major Deegan south of Fordham Road. We got a lane down there. That's new. Broken down tractor trailer on the northbound BQE at the Kosciuszko Bridge. You know what? Let's just quickly look at the cameras there because that's going to be a bit of an issue. First, let's go to the Bronx here. Let's just look at that Deegan. That's why southbound is as heavy as was. We show you the camera in the 9 box. Yeah, that's southbound heading away. So fairly substantial ride. Let's see if this camera here at Heath. Oh, there it is. There she is right there. That's the crash. A little bumper to bumper job there. So that takes out the center lane. So that makes it even more difficult. And there's really no shoulder through that section of the Deegan. So that's a stiff ride there. That's a stiff shot. Late Al would say, that's a stiff shot. So where we go? We're going to the go to the BQE here this morning. Here it is over the Kosciuszko Bridge. I don't think that's going to show us anything but a absolutely horrible paved ramp. And there it is. There she is. So this is the southbound. Is that north or south? Let's go to the maps. This is going to give us the indication of what the deal is here. It's going south. It's going south just before the Kosciuszko Bridge and the LIE. So that's what that crash. That's why we're so heavy there. Let's go to the Long Island incident page here. It's already 9 o'clock. Yeah, and I got to run to a meeting. Oh, come on. I got to run to a meeting here in about 25 minutes. So I got to get myself up and out of the way. Okay, it's processing. We'll close out of the cameras now. We'll do the New Jersey list off there. So LIE over by Lakeville Road, still dealing with that crash. We'll go to the Hudson Valley. Come on. Let's go. I bring you the LIE. 9A, property damage there, south of Croton Avenue, and then south on 684. Oh, come on. Stop. What is with this? Is this the computer? Is this fading here? And a broken down vehicle 684 south of exit 2. And finish up with transit very, very quickly. Looks like we've got some delays, the B, D, and the F, some delays on the W line. Rails are, here we go again. Harlem line into and out of Grand Central. Somebody requiring EMS. Okay, hopefully they're okay to Harlem 125th, so 5 to 10 there. Hudson line, that's the same thing. It's going to be right across the board. Same thing with the New Haven line. Again, New Haven there. We go to NJ Transit, shall we? Come on. See what we see. Hudson Bergen Light Rail, departure Tunnelly Avenue, canceled there. 745, west side of Tunnelly, canceled as well. 733 from Dover, cancel. Mechanical issue, 707, Penn Station, NYC is canceled. Mechanical issue there. And then Path Trains, we should be looking good. No. Got this delay here about 3 minutes ago, so watch for that this morning. And then we'll finish up with the Hudson River crossings, which are right there. running late as usual. 10 to 15 tops at all the Hudson River crossings. So we're in fine order here this morning. All right, friends. I've got to run to this meeting here at 9:30. We thank Anna, Justin, Jonathan, and Alexander for joining us, and everybody else. We'll be taking a look at the broadcast later on. Again, please, if you can, pass it along to your friends to have them subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Really, it will help us out, and definitely try to get the word out here. Hopefully, once we hit certain metrics, we'll be able to get into the YouTube algorithm. Maybe we'll open it up. I mean, I just seen some of the numbers. Just amazing. We're worldwide, and this is as many people as we're getting. So want to see if we can jump those numbers up, but definitely get the word out. So with that said, have a wonderful Wednesday. Looks like, obviously, what John has said, the weather is going to be absolutely fantastic across the board here today. So get out and enjoy. And for Justin, hopefully, you don't see too much southbound traffic heading later on in the morning and this afternoon heading out of Edison back down the shore. So with that said, have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.